Hey, it's Casper, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the essence of my life's work, which is essentially how to free your transmission, your authentic, most vulnerable, raw, real self, and how to actually shift other people's lives through your energy to step into sharing the medicine that you're actually here to share on this planet, and to do this in a way where you have way more fun, make money, and sustain yourself. And life is just a joy. This video is for you, especially if you feel a calling deep within your heart right now to share yourself and to help other people. If you've always wanted to help other people and you know that has to do with sharing your vision, what has been coming through for you, you feel something bubbling up through you right now that wants to be shared with the world, but you feel blocked. Either you're in the beginning of this and you just feel blocked. You don't even know who would listen to you, who would take the time. Who are you to even share anything? The imposter syndrome. Or you're already doing this, or you've done this in the past and you've just been ramming up against other blocks. Maybe it's the imposter block as well, but perhaps it's to do with money. You're coming up face first right into your relationship with money, and that's creating a lot of disturbance in your life. You don't even know how to make that part work, or it's just feeling really heavy and it feels like you're in scarcity and lack all the time. Or you're doing this already, but it's just so heavy. It doesn't feel like the fun you initially wanted to have with this. It's feeling like a grind. It's feeling like you're hustling and you're stressed out all the time. And you've bought into a lot of what the marketing and the business world says you have to do. Go, 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 do all these crazy things. And none of that is actually working or getting you any closer to the life that you wanted to live in the first place by doing this, especially if you're here because you're awake to what is happening on the planet right now and you want to make a difference, and you just really, really want to tap into this medicine inside of you and step into the role of a leader on the planet right now, and you're stuck. If that's you, then you're in the right place. I promise you, everything is so much more simple than it has ever been made out to be. It can be so, so much more simpler. And everything that I'm going to be sharing with you here in this video boils down to what's written here behind me at the very top on this silly whiteboard. And you'll hear me saying it over and over again. Everything is about your energy. Your energy is everything. The real medicine that you're here to share with this planet, it's not what you say. It's not the tools you have. It's not the research you've done or the marketing or the tactics or the business strategy. It's you. It's literally you and your energy. That's what you are here to share. You're right now transmitting that energy, just like I am right now. I'm transmitting an energy. Our bodies are these incredible vehicles that can receive, transmit, and transmute energy. And the energy that you are, that you embody, has in it all the dark nights of the soul that you've ever come through, the wisdom, the experience that you've learned, all the magical experiences that make up who you are, all the incredible things that you know that you can assist people with. It's all encoded in your energy field. That's it. Like right now, you're watching this. Why? Why are you watching this video? Is it because I promised something to you? Well, maybe you read something that made you click here, but ultimately it's an energy frequency that I'm emitting, that your body's registering right now. It's feeling like ooh, there's something to soak up here. There's something that could help me. You can feel it. And that's where you're watching it. In the same way that the same thing is true for you. And I promise you, that is the only thing that can assist other people. It's the only thing that you're actually here to do, is to just be you, the real you. And it's the only thing that can shift the world and other people's lives, just by you being your authentic self and you being in your energy. And we're going to explore how that works here. But the main thing to understand is every single problem that you have right now, it's not a doing problem. You don't need to do more stuff. You don't need to know more stuff. You don't need to go, go, go. You don't need to figure anything out. You actually need to do a lot less, because ultimately you have an energy problem, not a doing problem. And you actually need to learn how to start at the very base of the equation, which is learning how to be a better receiver. all the greats in this game, if you think of all the teachers that you aspire and look up to, the spiritual greats, the teachers who have shifted your life, the coaches, they're all amazing receivers. And most of us, when we're new to this game, the reason why we struggle is because we suck at receiving. How do you know you suck at receiving? Well, if you're struggling with money right now, you probably suck at receiving. If you're struggling with getting your voice out, or you're afraid to do it in one part of the equation somewhere to really show up to be you, you're not a good receiver, because it's actually not about you saying something. It's about you receiving a transmission and just being a conduit, just being a channel for it. And it all starts with receiving. And if your life is stressful right now and it's just go, 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 and you don't know how to really make it work and it feels heavy, you also suck at receiving. And there's nothing to be ashamed for. We all suck at this in the beginning. It's all just learning how to live. And you see, everything starts with becoming a better receiver. Right now, you have this incredible field of energy around you. Everybody can feel it. You know, when you walk into a room and somebody's in a bad mood, you just know it, right? You just go, okay, that's a weird vibe, or that's not a person I want to interact with. The same is true when somebody comes into a room and they immediately lift you up. You just feel, oh, so lifted up by that person's energy field. It's palpable. It's energetic. We are energetic beings and we live in an energetic world. And as goes your energy, so goes the rest of your life. This is true for money. This is true for your business. This is true for your family. Everything is connected. And when you're not a good receiver, when you don't know how to receive, you're essentially shut yourself off from, well, from receiving life. So how do you actually receive? Well, you do less and you be a lot more. And that's actually harder to do than it sounds, because usually when you do a lot less, you feel a lot more, and you feel the things that are very uncomfortable. And what's in your energetic field essentially is like the clean parts will just radiate with the truth of who you are. Oh. And if you're watching this right now, you might have some of that develop. There's certain parts of you that just are really shining and really radiating. Certain parts of your life are like really working, and that's what you want to share. You're like, oh, I have this light, I want to share it, it just feels like it, but then there's this other block, there's scarcity here, it's not working, right? And this is these little vortexes of, we can call it darkness, or we can call it little blocks. And what these are like the pockets of your field right now that are still in anxiety, still in scarcity, still in depression, still in like, I'm not enough, these contracting bits. And what we learn very early on is that you have to overcome these, or that this is like something that you need to get rid of. And unfortunately, it's just not true. You actually have to receive it. You see, most of us, we want to receive the good stuff. We have our hand open, like, yeah, I want more joy, I want more bliss, alignment, yeah, the abundance, all that, right? We don't want to receive the bad stuff. And this is actually what keeps you from healing. And there is a natural thriving state in your body where your energy is just in super alignment, right? The way we can define thriving is when you're just in alignment, when your body's in well-being and you're just naturally flowing and moving. There's inspiration just moving through you, have inspired ideas, more energy, more well-being, more aliveness. We want to ultimately be in that state so we can transmit that all the time. The way to actually get to that state is not by trying to make these things go away, scarcity, lack, depression, anxiety. It's actually by receiving them. When you learn to actually receive them fully and breathe into them fully, they actually dissolve. That's actually how you assist your body with transmuting them. Transmutation is this incredible process that happens when you just fully surrender and let go. And everything in my life changed when I just let go, when I just stopped doing and I let my soul take over and run my business instead, when I just surrendered to every single bit of me that was still not there, still not felt, still not seen. This is ultimately about loving yourself deeper. And the reason why these blocks are coming up for you right now in precisely where you are right now in your life with this path you're on isn't because like life hates you. It's because this has to happen. You are a crucible. If you feel called right now to be sharing medicine about like how to help people heal from like autoimmune disorders or something like this, all the crap that you're still dealing with that is connected to that, you have to receive, release, and transmute through your body. If you're here to teach incredible creativity and flow and you want to help people connect to their inner child or something like that, well, guess what? Everything that's still in your energy field that's not in congruence with that is going to come up. And usually what people do is they contract, like, oh, and what we want to do is we want to outrun that scarcity. So we feel scarce, like, oh, all this money stuff is coming up. I need to go and make it work. Maybe it's this marketing technique or this strategy or that thing. And guess what will happen? You'll just get more of that thing because what you resist persists. And what is in your energy field always expands until you receive it. When you receive it, it actually starts to dissolve. And here, I'll draw this little thing. You actually start to dissolve these blocks and you start to radiate your full happy self that's block free. And this takes some time, but it's actually takes way less time than you think. You just have to learn how to receive. And really what that boils down to is just deep surrender and deep breathing. And most people that I work with, breathing deeply into these pockets, I meant most people that I work with, their bodies just don't know how to do this fully. You're like 80% clear, but it's that last 20%, that last bit of depression, that last bit of anxiety, that last bit of scarcity. When you clear that, it makes all the difference. And when I work with people in the Star Kind Alliance, we very quickly go down to the root of those things and start to clear them. And when they do, it's like a chiropractic energetic adjustment. You just get clear and you come back into alignment with your energy. And this is actually the work you're here to do and the work you're meant to do. You're meant to be a crucible for the energy and the message that you're here to bring into the world. Like I've been through my thing. Like I've been through stress and hell and just my life being constantly like this shit bucket of go hustle energy. Nowadays, I radiate and I embody flow and happiness and doing very little and achieving a lot. And that's how my life works. I spend a lot of my spare time just hiking mountains, having fun, hanging out with friends, and working on cool projects. That's my life. But to get there, I had to actually receive all the crap that was in the way. And when it comes to money, this is all intrinsically connected because at the base of everything money connected is the raw vulnerability of like, I don't feel safe. I deep primal scarcity and survival things that come up here around money. Like, I might die. There's not enough food. We might die, right? This is all not just like from your parents, but it's also in the collective consciousness of all of humanity. We all have it. As an awakened visionary who you are, the message that you're coming here to bring here is much higher than that. But you actually have to go through that, dissolve it, transmute it, receive it. And that's when you start to radiate this incredible life and this incredible energy that you're here to bring. It's all part of the process. And you see, most people think we have this little unchecked assumption that you're just going to start sharing and go out there. Then you're going to create money and then you're going to be like this amazing thing and people are going to want to work with you. No. That's not how it works. You're going to go through your initiation and then you're going to embody that, but it's going to be very different because you're not going to be coming from a place of, I need money, please buy my stuff or follow my stuff or pay attention to my messages. It's going to come from a place of, I am whole. I am already sourced. I am already enough. I am connected and receiving the source, the infinite connection to source and consciousness that I already am. You're going to embody it, not just in your head, but in every cell of your being. And this is kind of like, if you've ever watched Lord of the Rings, where Gandalf falls down into the shadows and he fights the Balrog, he meets the darkness. He's in there for like eons, right? And he comes back, but he's no longer Gandalf the Grey. He's seen the shadow. He's gone deeply into it. He's like become it almost. He's seen the light and he's come back as neither. He's comes back as Gandalf the White. He doesn't even remember his own name. Eventually he does, but he's a completely different person, a completely different wizard. And this is what is happening to you right now in your process. Life is begging you to start to receive. Now, it's not all about just like meeting all that stuff and like being in the darkness. It actually moves very quickly. It doesn't take months or day or whatever. It just takes minutes. When there's a pocket of one of these things, you can actually shift it like within 5 minutes. And I assist people all the time with shifting depression, anxiety, deep scarcity patterns, and like in minutes. And you see the shift in your life is massive, because while these things may seem very small, they're massive on the outside, because small quantum shifts in your energetic field are actually massive shifts out in the three-dimensional world. And that's the core of the work that you actually need to do. And when you start to open up to receiving all these things, both of your hands are open, and you actually become a being, a body that can receive a whole lot more. This is when the real abundance comes in, when the real prosperity, the real flow starts to come into your life. And you recognize that you're not actually here to achieve anything. You're here to actually open up your energetic field, to open it up so that more energy can flow into you. More inspiration, more abundance, more ideas, more alignment. All that starts to come in when you start to become a better receiver. You're not here to achieve stuff. You're here to attune your energetic field to the truth that you are, and be that and embody that. And when you be and embody that, you do was the next part of this equation I called creating and maintaining your bubble of awesomeness. That's the medicine that you're here to share. Now, you're already embodying a lot of that. It's just about like a minute little adjustment right now here that's actually pretty big to embody a whole lot more of that, right? There's already a knowing in you that you're here to share. There's already some medicine that you're resonating with. This is about taking it to the next level. And what your bubble of awesomeness really is all about is about following your joy and really learning how to ask opening questions that help you attune this field even more so you can share a lot more in the long run. And what this is about is essentially, well, doing fun stuff. Life is not meant to be hard work. The reason why it feels hard or stressful or scarce is because you're buying into certain things, certain programs that are still in there, like we erased before, about money. Oh, money, I don't deserve it. I'm in lack consciousness, blah, blah. Well, we can't change that. It's not about arguing with that. It's about actually receiving it and transmuting it and letting it dissolve. Or, life has to be hard. I have to go, go, go and make things and hustle, hustle, hustle because this marketer said that. I got to go, go, go. When you instead let all that go and receive all the uncomfortable feelings of actually not knowing, you go deep into your soul starts to speak to you, and it will just tell you what to do. And it will tell you what to do through fun and joy and just coming into alignment. And when we're buying into this crap, what happens is your body will actually speak to you. It will tell you when you're out of alignment. And it will tell you when you're out of alignment, when you're stressed, when you're in lack, when you're in contraction, or by making you sick. And what happens is, because we haven't learned this, we actually think that that's an indicator that we need to try harder. It's crazy. It's like, I'm in fear and lack. Oh, I need to try even harder. I need to look for the solution out there. It's got to be out there. I have to go, go, go. I'm not doing enough. I got to go more, more, more. And eventually this leads you to complete burnout, complete freaking lack, losing everything. And believe me, I've done that many times in my life. That's how I learned this, until you go, okay, I surrender. There's got to be a better way. And that's when the gates open, because you're actually opening yourself up to receive, and everything is simpler. So the way you create and maintain your bubble of awesomeness is by having fun and actually listening to your body and learning how to operate your body as this incredible navigational portal that is here to guide you to your highest calling, your highest excitement, and the next simple but not obvious step in the progression of the unfolding of your mission, because we think it's got to be hard. Like, I got to figure it out. I got to make a course, which, by the way, you don't need to make a course. I'll show you, I'll explain why in a moment. I got all these crazy things. I got to learn this or marketing or go to this thing. You don't. It might be as simple as just go for a walk, go hike a mountain, go play, go buy a coloring book and have fun. Like, when's the last time you just had fun with life and stopped trying to figure everything out? That's when you open yourself up to what's actually you need to receive. Because here's the thing. You can never know the answers. You can only become a body or a system that is capable of receiving the answers. And when you follow your joy, when you come into alignment with yourself, with what's fun, what's actually exciting, what's actually feeling expansive in your life, you become a frequency match for the answers and the guidance that you're actually here to receive. Which, again, you need to learn how to receive. So the other part of that is just asking questions. And this is where the heart, mind, body connection comes into place. This is a tool I love, and I teach people all the time, just about putting your hand on your heart and asking the right questions. What action could I take today that would add to my prosperity? Try this right now. Take a deep breath. What action could I take today, right now, that would add to my prosperity? And deep breath and let go. What if things could actually be way more easier and way simpler than I ever imagined? Deep breath. What if watching this presentation with Casper is a greater gift than I could ever imagine? Deep breath. Just picking a question in the general direction of the vibration that you actually want to move in, and letting that question sink in, and not trying to fetch the answer, because that's not the point. Letting that question be a frequency match for the answer, which, by the way, is coming when you actually start to have more fun and just enjoy your life. It will come to you. Like, the way I work is I just have as much fun as I want in my life as I can, between making videos and doing the stuff I'm passionate about, and just letting things trickle and dribble in, and the next thing just comes in, the next thing just comes in. Gotta be a better receiver, and you gotta maintain your bubble of awesomeness, because your bubble of awesomeness is always there. It's like there. But when you buy into all that crap and the scarcity and the lack, it just kind of goes, you're no longer in your bubble of awesomeness. You're in a bubble, but it's a stress bubble, or it's like I'm lost bubble, or it's like I'm not enough. What is it? And you create from that place. And what happens is everything that you create is encoded with the transmission of your bubble. So if your transmission is like stress, I gotta go, I gotta make it happen, I'm not enough, I hope you buy my thing so I don't die. Like, if that's the energy you're carrying, then that's what you're transmitting, and it goes into the stuff that you create. And if you're already in this game, if you're already sharing and creating stuff and you're not getting the results you want, if it's a grind, it's a hustle, this is why. And what happens is you also attract people on that same frequency, which is going to deplete you even further. And you'll most often attract people who want to be saved, people who are deep in victim consciousness. And it's just really not going to be fun. It's going to be heavy. You're not going to be operating from that limitless place where you want to actually connect to, where all this like greater energy is coming from, is like beyond the whiteboard, the limitless you, the infinite consciousness that you are. That's what you're here to channel and pull into. And when you operate from that place, it's very different. Let me tell you, people come to you who are just so lit up to work with you. They want to work with you. They want to pay you lots of money. They want to have fun with you. They'll be your friends. Like, you want to work with them. It will just be a blast doing what you do, because you're connected to that place. But you can't connect to that place when you're still in the fearful, limited, small self. And the other thing about this is, when you're encoding energy, when you're in that like enclosed place, you then fall into these ideas that you have to have tactics and marketing, and you need to know what to say and all this stuff, because it comes from that limited place. And you will be drawn to things that will prove that to you. Like, yes, you need this tactic, you need this strategy, you need to like convince people to listen to you or do these crazy things. And it may appear that that's true only because you're interacting with people who are so disconnected from their bodies, so much in that closure also, where they don't know how to listen to their own answers. But when you're in the expansive state of your bubble of awesomeness, you will immediately trigger in people the knowing, this is somebody I want to listen to, I want to be with, because they're activating in me this knowing. And that becomes the common thread that pulls people to work with you. And this is why things get so much easier. It's really about knowing the essence of your energy and who you are. And this is what takes us into the third part of this equation here. It's the fact that your energy is your value. You just need to unmute yourself and be with the right people. Now, what do I mean by that? So if you're in this space right now and you're wondering, well, what do I say? What do I do? Like, and then like, what do I sell? How is my business going to work? And all this stuff. It's really so much more simpler. Again, everything is your energy. And the way this works is like, it's called the mirror neuron effect. It's a scientific term for this, but let that not confuse you. What it essentially means is when you're in a room with someone and they have a certain energy, especially if it's vibrating at a level that's more open, more fluid than an area of your life that maybe you're feeling a bit more contracted in. If you just sit with that person in the room, eventually your mind will start to replicate the same kind of neuron connections as that person has. You start to talk like that person, move, think the same way, and your life will start to reflect that person's life. It's like if you've ever been in a room with someone who's happy and they're just joyful, eventually you kind of like lighten up. You're like, oh, cool, life is actually okay. This is how the mirror neuron effect works. And this is actually how healing operates, through energy and frequency. Einstein said it himself. The future of medicine will be in the area of frequency. That's the mirror neuron effect. Another way to think of it is like grandfather clocks. They've done these studies. When you have like a grandfather clock in a room, when you stick it with a bunch of other clocks, they'll all kind of be out of sync. But eventually they'll all sync up together through the vibration that's moving through the space and through the floor. It's wild. The same thing happens with human beings. We operate in the same way. It's not what you say, not what you know. It's in the energy that you embody. And so what do you say? Well, you just have to show up and just literally unmute yourself. You just got to be like, right now I have very little scripts here. Right now I have this whiteboard. I know what I want to say because I live this stuff and it's in my essence, but it's just carrying through, and I'm just showing up and you're just feeling the vibes with me. And if you're still watching this and nodding and feeling something, it's because that transmission is happening right now, because I learned how to receive. I create a bubble of awesomeness, and I'm just unmuting myself right now and speaking. And most people just get stuck here is because they're just like, what do I say? What do I do? No, it can't be. It has to be complicated. It has to be a script. And it just becomes like this. You end up sounding and feeling like a cheesy marketer with a soul-crushing thing that you're offering that has nothing to do with you. And you're wondering why you feel miserable. Well, it's because your body's telling you there's an easier way. You just have to unmute yourself and just speak. And this is wild. In the Starkind Alliance group that I host, we have these meetings all the time. And when somebody joins in, we do like a silent transmission. And what this is a new person will come into the group and they don't say anything. They just stare at people like with their eyes and their heart open. And after a minute, everybody absorbs that transmission and they give that person feedback on what they felt from that person, how they thought they could help their lives, the wisdom they embody, the things they've been through in their lives, where they can help other people, and also like their darkness that still hasn't been processed. And it's amazing. It floors everybody every single time. Sometimes people just cry. It's so deeply healing because they're like, I haven't said a single thing. And everybody here knows who I am and what I'm here to say and what I'm here to offer. It's wild. Your energy is carrying that all the time. It's not what you say. It's your energy. It's just there. You are ready right now to assist people. And the only thing you have to do is just transmute the things in your system that still are carrying anything that tells you that's otherwise. It's really so much more simpler. And so then it's like, what do you offer? How do you actually help people? Well, what do you sell? Do I need to make a course or something? No, you don't need any of that. You just need to show up with the right people to be specific, the people who you're actually resonating with, who you really want to work with, the people who actually really want to work with you. You just show up and help them in the same way. You just need to be in a space. And the way that could look is usually by starting a group of some kind that you just host and pay attention to. And what I call this is the circle of embrace. And this is actually the most incredible thing, because you just create a circle of embrace of people you're embracing and spending time with and assisting. And of course, you're going to say things, and there's going to be certain tools that you've learned over your life that you can apply to assisting people and share your experience and asking questions. But it's really just about being with those people. People don't want to know people don't want a course. Like, nobody wakes up these days thinking, I wish I had enough money to buy that course. I just need one more course in my life that will make me more complete. No. But what people are looking for is to be mentored and to commune with an engaged community, and to work with a mentor who's open and connected to something that they don't yet feel fully connected with, and that they just need a transmission that they can receive to allow their bodies to calibrate to that higher level. And I promise you, you're already working at that higher level. A part of you is already connected on a higher level. You're vibrating at a higher frequency. The only thing that's getting in your way right now is you think it's something else, but actually your energy is everything. And the more you can just be a better receiver, create your bubble of awesomeness, and just trust that that energetic transmission is the only thing that's actually assisting people, that it could be so much more easier. You can just relax. You can do so much less. Had one person had joined our community who was really doing like okay in his life, but everything was just a grind and he was struggling with money. We just made like a few little adjustments here to like release that scarcity and just shift everything over. So he was actually just like working with the right people who would actually uplift him. So his bubble of energy was like increasing. He's thriving right now. You can see one of his videos down below, and one of his little testimonials. This thing just exploded in just like a few weeks because of this, that one energetic alignment. Also, because at the very core of this, of how do you actually help people and like be your best self in the world, is you have to make yourself the number one receiver in your business and everything that you do. It has to be about you enjoying your life, coming into alignment with what you really love. You can't have a part of your life that's like out of alignment and be maintaining and living this. But when it is in alignment, everything just falls into place. And so if you get anything out of this entire presentation, it's that if you just become a better receiver, if you just make this about your life, about having fun and enjoying this entire process deeply, and adding more value into your life, more alignment, and source yourself first, everything else falls into place. Promise you. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video so far. If you're resonating with what you've seen here, then I'd love to invite you into something called the Starkind Alliance. What the Alliance is a group that I've created to assist you and other people who are feeling the calling to embody the vision, the message that you actually have incarnated here to share with the planet, to clear the blocks that are preventing you from doing that easily with fun and grace, and to actually be able to receive money for that in an easeful, fun way where you get to assist other people with the energy that you actually embody. If you're interested in that, then this is what this group is fundamentally about. What I basically do is I take you by the hand and I accelerate this entire process for you of learning how to become a better receiver, how to actually embody your field and free your transmission, how to free the blocks that are just preventing you from just showing up, from unmuting yourself and just being and welcoming the right people around you in your circle of embrace. This is my life's work. I'm extremely good at it. I've been at this for 20 years, and I'm right now on the pinnacle of my ability to assist people in that process. It's what I love. And if you resonate with it, I want to invite you into this process. How this essentially looks like is you're going to book a call with me and we'll meet one-on-one to see if working together is a fit. Let our hearts meet and connect. I want to see where your energy's at and how I can assist you. We'll identify where your biggest block actually is and what's required to shift that. And if it sounds like a good fit and you want to join the program, well, then you'll decide and you'll join. And we'll do an onboarding call together. And then you'll join the group. And how the whole process works is it's very dynamic and organic, full of fun. It's this just incredible, beautiful experience where we come together, bring our hearts together, and you're just seen and accepted. You're going to see what your transmission actually is without even saying a word. And you're going to be in a safe space where you can experience your blocks. And I'll guide you into actually dissolving that through the heart connection, through the heart, mind, body connection, through allowing your body to transmute this stuff. The results that people get with this work speak for themselves. Like you can see some of the videos down here below, like Sonia, for example. She came to this work feeling deeply blocked. She was terrified of being on camera and sharing her wisdom and her energy. She thought, like, who am I to share anything? I don't know. But she had so much to share that she wanted to share. We've been working together. Now she's fully lit up. She started her own YouTube channel and she's just sharing her light and her grace with the world. Another story here is Caleb, who's also down below in the video. You can see his story. Caleb came to this work. He already had a YouTube channel he was sharing, but he had so many blocks with money, with depression in his life. We've worked together. He's unblocked right now. He's manifesting clients, like his dream clients and his dream job, where he goes to traveling to retreats all over the planet, visionary activating retreats and helping people with their marketing with that. And he's just being sought out for that, and it's flowing for him. Or Thomas, for example. Thomas came to this already having an established business and somatic healing, but he was deeply struggling because these things of like marketing and grinding and hustling were in his life, and he wasn't enjoying what he was doing anymore. And he was getting into depression. We made some shifts. He started loving what he did right now, what he's doing right now, and money's showing up. He's actually maxed out his business at $10,000 a month right now, and is in the program right now. And we're taking that to an even higher level through making things even simpler and easier for him. And it all happened with him doing so much less and actually just being with the right people. These are the types of results that I facilitate for people in this circle of embrace. And if you're feeling called to this, then you're invited, especially if you've done a ton of work on yourself in the past. You've invested in yourself, in learning how to do business and marketing and all these things. And it's just not working. You're looking for that final click to just unlock and unleash the pure potential that you feel deep inside. I thrive with these types of people. If that sounds like you, then you're most definitely invited. If you feel like you have all the pieces of the puzzle, but it's just not working, if you're looking for that final puzzle piece, this will likely be it, because the shift I'm here to facilitate for you is what I've described here. It's your energy. It's nothing else. We're going to shift it. You're going to get in your body, and things are going to start to flow, because you're going to, for the first time in your life, receive and actually allow this to be created for you instead of trying to make it happen from the small self. This is a community and a tribe of people who are absolutely devoted to this process, transmuting and releasing the small, limited self and embodying the truth of what you have come here and what you already are to share. That sounds like fun. You're invited. The button is down below. Please click that, fill out a brief survey. Tell me as much as you can about yourself and answer those questions with depth, with your heart. And I'll know that you're actually for real. And if that's the case, then we'll schedule the call and we'll talk. I look forward so much to meeting you, my friend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.